Okay, there's a simpler way to check partial fraction decomposition than, well, for example, here. Here's our partial fraction decomposition of this. Here are the steps. I'm not going to go over them. It's very similar to what we've already done. We want to check that this is actually equal to this. Okay? Well, the way we've done it before is we put all this over common denominator and we do the arithmetic and we simplify everything and we see that this expression does reduce to this one. Okay, well that's fairly complicated, but that's the most reliable way to check your work. Now, if you want to do a simpler check, and or if you can't do this, if your algebra doesn't get you to the point where you can do this, there's a lower value alternative, and everybody should know how to use that alternative because sometimes you're too much in a hurry to do this, and being pretty sure you're right is going to be good enough. Okay, sometimes it is. We can just substitute some value for x, some value that doesn't make the denominator 0, obviously. If you try to substitute 2 in for x, you're going to get undefined quantities, and you'll know then to try something other than what you tried. If we let x equal 4, then we can see if these two are equal for x equal 4. Now, this isn't 100% reliable. Okay, there might be some value of x that coincidentally makes these two equal, even though they really aren't equal for all values of x. There might be isolated values of x that make these equal. That would be highly unlikely, so this is a pretty reliable method, but it's not 100%. If you want to be 100% right, you better check it out by doing the algebra. Okay, so anyhow, if we let x equal 4, then our equation, I'll write it up here. If x equals 4, our equation 1 over x minus 2 times x plus 2 equals 1 over 2 times x minus the quantity x minus 2 plus 1 over 2 times the quantity x plus 2, and that should be a minus, not a plus. Okay, this equation becomes 1 over 4 minus 2 times 4 plus 2 equals 1 over 2 times 4 minus 2 minus 1 over 2 times 4 plus 2. That was just numbers, we were simplified. It's 1 over 2 times 6, which is 1/12, equals 1 over, now I'm going to just skip a step with arithmetic. 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. I believe everybody's okay with that. Minus 1 over 2 times the quantity 4 plus 2. Well, that's going to be 1 over 2 times 6. That's 1 over 12. Okay, so this tells us that we have 1/12, and that equals what, 1/4? Well, I'm sorry, 1/4 is 3/12 again. So we have 1/12 equals 2 over 12. What's wrong? Now maybe we messed up the arithmetic. Let's try another number. If we try x equals 1, then this expression becomes 1 over 1 minus 2 times 1 plus 2 equals 1 over 2 times 1 minus 2 minus 1 over 2 times 1 plus 2. Okay, well that's going to be 1 over 1 times 3. This is 1 over 2 times -1 minus, and this should be -1 times 3, minus 1 over 2 times 3. So that's negative 1/3. This would be negative 1/2 minus 1/6. That's not right either. Okay? Because, you know, 1/2 and 1/6 is going to add up to more than 1/3. Okay, so still wrong. Better rework the problem. Alternatively, go back and see if there's some step that we just wrote down wrong. Okay? So we can check our work, but we're going to tend to believe what we wrote down. So best to just not even look at it again. Go back and write it down again and work it again. See if you get exactly the same thing. Okay? So this is an alternative way to check. It's quicker and less error prone than doing all the algebra to simplify this expression, see if it equals this one. Okay? Now if you get desperate, you better just go ahead and do that. But this is a possibility for you.